Hi guys, so I typically use two ways to plan out my month and week. I use this really big monthly planner which only has the monthly view, and then I also use my bullet journal, which is a popular form on many study blogs, and I use this to really plot out my weekly assignments. It's a great way to track assignments and other things like sleep schedule, eating, but I only usually track my assignments, and sometimes I put a lot of effort, sometimes I make them real simple, just depends on how busy I am. And I definitely like to change it up and put a bunch of lists on there, so I just use it as like a brain dump sort of, but for my week. Next, for my schoolwork, my folders often get overloaded with a bunch of stuff from the beginning of the year that I no longer really need. So what I like to do is I like to take out all of my papers and I like to sort them based on how relevant they are to what I'm learning right now. I make a pile of what's relevant, what's not, and what I can just throw out. And then I like to put them in a binder so that only the stuff that's relevant to what I'm learning right now is in my folder. This helps me stay a lot more focused in school, and I can use those other tools and other papers when I need them when it's about exam time. I do this for every single class of mine. This is a really nice thing to do for your back because then you're not like carrying around 10,000 binders every single day. So here you can see me like putting all of my old physics lab in my binder. I do this for psychology as well, and I think my psychology one is definitely the best. I've labeled it by units, which has the notes, the classwork, and the tests, so when time comes I can go back and review each thing separately. So next I like to write down everything, and I have about 5 billion journals to be exact. My first one is this small YouTube journal, which is just a white journal that I recently got, and I've been writing down YouTube stuff. This next one is kind of like a brain dump journal. It stays by my bed and I write down literally anything. I write down lists, I write down ideas, story ideas, brain dumps, pretty much anything that I have to get out on paper. Next, this is one of my favorite journals. It's a Q&A a day journal. I got it from Barnes & Noble, and it gives you a question for every single day, and you get to fill it out. And you can do this for 5 years, and you can really kind of see how your answers change. It's like a gratitude journal, but it asks questions. I started this almost a year ago, so I'm almost 1 year through, and I'm so excited to see the overlap really soon. Next, it's this Lily Pulitzer journal that I got from my friend, and I find this really useful because of the folder in the front. I can put a lot of stuff there. Basically, I use this journal for just writing down some notes, and I use this a lot in the summer, and planning essays and just stuff like that. Lastly, this little to-do thing, which I can't really call a notebook. It's more of a notepad holder, and I got it for only $2 from Walmart. It's great. Stationery section at Walmart is great, but it just has to do and grocery and some other lists that you can do, and I use the to do and grocery a lot more than the other two, but I love them all. Lastly, I have this achievements binder, which has a bunch of my volunteer activity, budgets for school, and all of my awards. I find that this is really useful when you're sitting down to make a resume, when you want to look back on your achievements and write about them for whatever you may want to write about them for. So yeah, just a great tool to keep in school. Lastly, there are definitely some ways to stay organized while using your phone. The first thing I like to do is I like to text myself reminders. I'm always on my phone and most definitely always on my messages, so this really always stays in my thread. I just send a message to myself, and then you know the drill. You get a reminder, and this stays in your thread, and you can just look back on it when you're messaging your friends, procrastinating, you know, the usual, and there you have it. The last thing I like to do is my inbox is really cluttered with read emails and unread emails, and I like to fix that by pressing the little line button at the bottom, and this just puts all your unread emails on the front, and you can easily delete emails and get rid of things you don't need, and then keep only the things you need. I think this is really useful because I had to keep scrolling if I couldn't find the unread email. It was really annoying. But yeah, I hope you liked the video, and if you did, like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye!